welcome to the morning show. Good morning, Andy.
Good morning, Bart.
A warm, sunny day today, but windy. Our high of 45. Right now, 24. Gusts today as strong as 25 miles an hour. It's been windy all week.
Yeah, it has. It really has. Let's take a look outside our hometown heating, cooling, and more Skycam. It is a sunny day, just like you said. So the snow's starting to melt a little bit around town, which is I'm a fan of, because I'm ready for some warmer weather. So it should be nice later today. Obviously, the awful news last night around 9 o'clock, there was the mid-air collision between the Blackhawk and the Regional American Airlines jet. Terrible, terrible, terrible story. How did this happen? I think people are asking themselves because you see the video. And it's a heavily traveled airspace. Blackhawks are always traveling around DC. They were right near the airport. It's just something's not right about this. It's tragic, awful. I feel terrible for any of the families that were involved for sure. But I don't want to guess, but something doesn't seem right.
No, and officials holding a news conference at the airport just over an hour ago had few answers. Still too early in the investigation as recovery efforts are underway in the Potomac, and many bodies have been recovered and there are no survivors.
Yeah, they don't expect any survivors from this crash. There were several members of the U.S. figure skating contingent on that plane. Don't know who or how many, but there was the U.S. National Championships were in Wichita, Kansas, January 20th to 26th, and then there was a development camp for younger skaters that some of the passengers were participating in. So more to come, I'm sure, but just this is a terrible, terrible story. It's been a really terrible January in 2025 with national stories and national instances and tragedies and whatever this one is. Terrible.
Yes, all of us here at GTV, along with, we're sure, the rest of the country, embracing our thoughts and prayers as the families cope with the horrendous news of this tragedy. And obviously, more will
come.
More news, more information will be available as the day moves on.
Yeah. So last night you went to Marshall.
That's true. We're
true.
in Marshall, which is gearing up for their Ice, Wine, Beer and Blues Festival this Friday and Saturday.
Absolutely.
Downtown Marshall, it really looks great. It's
Yeah,
amazing.
it was nice.
Yeah.
Now we lost the ball game, which means you don't stay for dinner. So
is that why?
you don't go out to eat after a loss. I don't think so.
Grandparents do.
Grandparents sure do. Yeah, all the grandparents stayed and dined out. But yeah, we went back home.
We went to a new Italian restaurant in downtown Marshall that's only been open for 2 months.
Really? Is it good?
Pasta Bella. Yeah,
Really? Real Italian?
real Italian.
Very good.
Extensive Italian menu.
Yeah, they have a nice downtown for sure. So fun night in Marshall. I can't get, or I'm getting too much of the Travis Kelce. Too much of him. Guess what happened to me this morning?
You listened to Taylor Swift all the way in?
No, we don't listen to Taylor Swift in our family. I was pouring a bowl of cereal for my daughter, and Travis and Jason Kelce were on the cover of the box.
Really?
The
Wow.
Honey Nut Cheerios. Yes, that is what I had. The overexposure of the Chiefs and Travis Kelce is making them so unlikable,
There's
I think.
strong contingent of Americans who are getting behind a petition that's online to the NFL commissioner to investigate the Chiefs and to boycott the Super Bowl.
Well, I don't think that's going to happen. So I don't think
People are
it's
going to
gonna
watch it.
No. High school basketball coming up tomorrow night on JTV. Live coverage beginning early. We will have a doubleheader. We'll have girls basketball first, Grass Lake hosting Napoleon, and then we'll have the boys game right after. Should be a great game, thanks to Minuteman Sewer and Drain. Napoleon versus Grass Lake, live on JTV Friday night.
The Tabasco hot sauce people, they did a nationwide survey on pizza, and specifically they were interested in how Tabasco is connected to pizza throughout the 50 states. Among the findings, the most popular day for ordering pizza, what do you think?
Well,
Monday through the week, which weekday? Which day of the week?
it was Saturday.
Friday. Friday is pizza night.
That was going to be my second guess, obviously.
Michigan is not the #1 pizza state in terms of number of people ordering or percentages, but we are up there in the top 10. But they also surveyed what our favorite pizza was in the state of Michigan in terms of toppings. What do you think?
In Michigan, it's going to be either ham or pepperoni.
Close. Meat lovers.
Oh my
Meat
gosh.
lovers.
Meat
#1.
lovers?
Meat lovers.
I don't like that. It's too much.
Meat lovers.
It's too much. Tastes. Yeah.
And Michigan is, along with Louisiana, oddly enough, Louisiana, home of the Tabasco, Louisiana and Michigan are the two least likely states to heat up their pizza with
Really?
some sort of hot sauce.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. I like Frank's Red Hot on my pizza, but not Tabasco.
I like the red pepper flakes.
Yeah, those are popular, very popular. Right now, you can join the Y, and if you'd like to try to join or try for free, you can right now. There's a 7-day free trial. Visit jacksonymca.org. And we'd like to thank our sponsor of the day today. It is the Jackson YMCA. Offering a 7-day free trial, great memberships. Of course, they have their 24-hour facility with the key fob access. Visit jacksonymca.org.
Yes, just announced, effective this week, you will be able to have 24 access to the Y, and that's just the fitness
Yeah.
room.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you have to use the bathroom, you have to go home.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or a mop bucket like you've done in the
Mop
past.
bucket, like the mop bucket at Hastings High School.
Yeah, Hastings Middle School.
Hastings
That
Middle
was
School.
Hastings Middle School. Our show today brought to you by the Michigan Department of Corrections. The MDOC is hiring right here in Jackson. Great jobs for great people, just like yourself. There's immediate pay and benefits, and they even will pay you while you train. For a list of jobs or to learn more, visit michigan.gov/MDOC jobs. We'd also like to thank Vermeulen's Home Furnishings for helping us bring you today's show. We saw Nate last night in Marshall. Thank you to Vermeulen's.
Yesterday, you were talking about a mansion being built in Lansing, so I was curious, and it's not hard to find.
Yeah.
Because it is the talk of the town, being built on Lake Lansing
Oh,
Road.
dear Lord.
Yeah, this is where the former Walnut Hills golf course was, and
Look at all those contractors.
yeah.
Where'd you find that?
Well, we found it on online.
Wow, I haven't seen that one yet. This is very modest. So I guess they were going to build a housing development there, and I said, no, let's just build this one.
Well,
very nice.
According to those who have been following this online, it's the owner of Acrisure Insurance.
It's a beautiful, beautiful home. Can we say it one more time?
Huge.
It's got to be 24,000 square feet, maybe more.
Yes, it's got.
Look at that, Brandon. You pull in. There's also a rumor going around the internet that there's 5 elevators
There
in
are.
this house.
5.
5.
Yeah.
5. But you pull in, there's probably like some bunker right there.
Quite the place.
I bet they'd have a wonderful cocktail party.
Well,
Could you imagine, Brandon, hanging up like blinds and curtains in that house?
I
Like if
would-
you had to do that? Like if that was your job?
Well, they've got people.
Oh.
They've,
No, I know, but if you were the service worker.
Yeah.
a lot of the online photos are from some of the subcontractors. And They, like the lighting people, they put their chandeliers.
Yeah,
up
it's a
in
beautiful house.
pictures. Yeah.
Well, I would want, if I was working on that, I would.
But I would
do the same
pick a more beautiful landscape. There's like,
They're going to fly some trees in.
okay.
Everything will be fine.
All right.
Everything will be fine.
Other
Beautiful.
Lansing housing news. Yesterday, MSHDA approved financing for more housing.
Good.
Yes, and also the Board of the Michigan Strategic Fund voted yesterday to approve $200 million in brownfield funding so that hundreds of housing units could be built in Lansing, including a 28-story high-rise in downtown Lansing. So this is expected to rise in downtown Lansing. Big housing gap in Lansing like everywhere else. So this is among
And this will be downtown Lansing.
downtown Lansing.
Very good. Very
Yeah.
good. Guess who I talked to yesterday?
The governor?
Magic Johnson.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I really talked to him.
Magic Johnson. The Magic Johnson.
Magic Johnson. Yeah, I talked to him. We're doing a story on when Magic was given his nickname. So last Friday, January 24th, 50 years ago on January 24th, after a game Lansing Everett's came in, played Parkside, Magic put on quite the show. He had 36 points, 18 rebounds, 18 assists. And after the game, Lansing State Journal reporter Fred Stabley told him, "You need a nickname." And he said, "Dr. J's already taken. I'm going to call you Magic." And
this
stuck.
as a sophomore.
As a sophomore, and freshmen couldn't play varsity basketball back then, so it was really only his 7th or 8th game. Didn't play that good in his first ever game, and but
At Parkside High School.
Yeah, at Parkside High School. Some guys who played in the game. David Sierra, he had 22 points in that game. His dad Ben was the coach. Rocky Hester, who's the assistant coach over at Jackson High, he had 18 points. I played with Rocky's son Andre, small world, and Frank Hampton. Frank played against Magic 3 times and gave him the business from what from what I've been told his senior year. So a lot of cool things. And talking with Magic, he said he knew everyone from Jackson because Jackson and Lansing are so close. And when they came in to play at Parkside, that was the nicest high school arena in the state of Michigan at the time. So it was fun, obviously, to play there, to put on a big show. So we'll have more on that at a later date. But yeah, I did get to talk to Magic yesterday. It was phenomenal.
Yeah, I was at Parkside yesterday with Lucas Olson, and he didn't know that middle school Parkside had been a high school.
Right, and not just, it was at the time state-of-the-art portable NBA-style floor, NBA-style goals, arena setting. So yeah, there were some games there back in the day for sure.
So we'll see your conversation with Magic.
We might hear it. I don't know if you'll see it.
Oh,
Yeah. No.
we won't see it.
I don't think you'll see it. I think we'll have some audio from it.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was a Zoom, wasn't it?
Yeah, but there were other people on the Zoom. I'm not sure how that's going to work. So, check out the David Rice Show. Grass Lake boys basketball coach Marshawn Norris joins the podcast. Great conversation with the leader of the Grass Lake Warriors, and we'll have obviously Grass Lake tomorrow
I
night.
took that picture
You
of
took
Marshawn, and he was pretending
He wasn't looking.
He wasn't looking.
Yeah, Marshawn knew he was getting this photo
Yeah.
taken. Great interview, great insight. So check that out for sure. Right now on the Monday Mornings podcast, presented by Southern Michigan Bank and Trust, we have Mark Olinick. Mark's a venture capitalist who currently is the CEO, co-founder of Harvest Solar. Check that out right now, and please subscribe on YouTube.
Remember the Washington Football Club?
Yeah, that was one
Yeah.
year.
Well, now we have the Utah Hockey Club because they don't have a name. They moved from Arizona and they came without a name. So now it's so controversial because they were going to name them the Utah Yetis.
Yeah, that just
And the
doesn't go
Yeti
well.
people said, "Oh no,
You
you're
can't
not."
do that.
And then they came up with these are the 3 finalists. So they've been calling it Utah Hockey Club for so long, and the merchandise has been selling like hotcakes. So they're thinking, well, that could be a permanent name. So these are the other 2 choices: Utah Mammoth and the Utah Wasatch, which is another name for the Yeti.
I don't
So-
like Wasatch.
Voters, fans are voting. At the next 3 games, they're going to go to iPad kiosks and they're going to choose their favorite.
I would defer to the younger generation to see what they like. It might be Hockey Club. It definitely won't be the last one there. I don't like that. That just doesn't have a ring.
It's
to
hard
it.
to say.
Mammoth is good.
Sasquatch.
Is that the-
Wasatch.
Is Mammoth? That's the plural.
Well, mammoth is the extinct
what do you-
woolly.
Brandon, what do you call a group of mammoth?
Mammoth. It's a extinct prehistoric.
They
giant-
found one in Grass Lake or Chelsea a couple of years ago, if you remember, in the University of Michigan.
Yeah,
Dug
that's
the
true.
thing up, so
Uh-huh.
they could be around here. Just so you know, the Jackson Toy Show is coming up this weekend. You're invited if you'd like to learn more information. You can visit midmichigansupershows.com. That's this Saturday at the fairgrounds.
Who's on the show today?
We have a wonderful show lined up. We're going to get things started with guests from Jackson Public Schools. We have Principal Monica Pierce and District Parent Liaison Christy Dillon, and they join us right after this break.